What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we have the Spider opening up at 508 and struggling to get through the 20-day EMA. So, where are we going in these markets? Are we going to see this critical resistance broken and move higher, or are we going further down? We'll answer that in this video. Plus, we have the XLF, uh, which is the financials, looking a little bit stronger and maintaining just above this 20-day moving average. So that is good for the markets. If the financials do well, you will see the rest of the stock market in general do better. Um, so that is one positive that we have on the markets. We also have commodities such as copper ripping higher up to that 470 level, falling off just a bit today. Gold is taking a bit of a breather, but still looks bullish overall. And we have things such as the emerging markets showing signs of life and strength, and possibly a several year swing opportunity investment. So we will get into all that in this video. Um, if you like this content, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And let's get started. All right, guys, let's go back to the S&P here and what we are seeing. We have had about a 5% correction from the top down to the bottom here. Typically, a correction is defined as 10% in the stock market, and typically, whenever we do get a correction, we see somewhere between that 5 to 7, 8% level. So we could be going a bit lower here. It really depends on what happens here and what happens with earnings and the Fed uh, meeting later this week, as well as the job numbers. So we will get into all of that, but we could see some resistance here and a little bit of selling pressure here in the short term. Possibly we start to set in a series of higher lows and uh, lower lows and lower highs and move down into this deeper correction territory. I think that would be great if we got down here to this 470 to 480 level on the SPY. That would be a very healthy correction for these markets, and then we can continue to move higher. Plus, you have the 200-day MA line that would be coming up, acting as support if we were to move down there over the short term, over the next couple of weeks or possibly a couple of months. This may go on for a little period of time here as the markets really decide what they want to do, and we get more data from the economy. We will move back to gold. So gold is falling a little bit today, sitting at that $2,300 level pretty much. And so here gold is starting to show some signs of weakness as we set in now what is a lower low as lower high. If the stock market moves down, well, you'll see gold probably come down a little bit. Still bullish long term on gold. I could see this going to $3,000 an ounce over the next couple of years, and that would be very bullish for things like the gold miners. This is GDX, the gold mining ETF, and it is setting at 33.59. So that is looking pretty strong. We know these gold miners lag the gold price, and as gold price goes up, well, then these miners do a lot better. They have more incentive to go out and mine more gold, which drives up their revenue and is more of a beta play. So you get more exposure with these type of stocks, and So GDX is looking pretty good. We also have Newmont Mining uh, Corporation. Um, we called this one back here when it hit this lower level, which was key support from way back here in 2019, and um, it bounced off that nicely. We got in here on this trade around $31, $32. I don't remember exactly. Once we broke out of this little inverse head and shoulders pattern, well, then it was onwards and upwards for this stock. That's not typically a trade that you want to take. It's like catching a falling knife, but it looked like it had been oversold on the RSI. Plus, we had some key resistances, as I mentioned before. So it looked like it was due for a bounce. We started positioning in. Then once we got past this level, started adding a lot more positions in for some of these miners. So we've been up on that trade and have done very well with about 20% returns over just a matter of a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And so that has been very profitable. Where are we at in this cycle? Well, according to this chart here, this is Almanac Trader. He indicates that typically we see in a election year, presidential election year, that we see some sort of pullback through April and May before moving onwards and upwards for the rest of the year. So we've been back up to about this level, and we are going into May, and we may see a little more selling pressure here over the next month. But technology typically does pretty well in May, and we have Tesla here. Um, Tesla going up and touching the $200 level or just short of, setting at 187 this morning. Um, it looks like Tesla may see some strength here as we were down over 40% on the year. And since the earnings, this is just ripped higher. This is what Elon has talked about, instead of just being a car company, now being about AI and robotics and those type of things do well in a bull market. Overall, we are still in a bull market. Nothing has changed from that front yet. So if Tesla comes back down to retest some of these areas, maybe around this 170 level, maybe looking to take a long there for Tesla. It looks like this does want to move higher, so this could be a good time to start looking where to start positioning in if you are an investor. Long term, I think Tesla still has a long, probably growth cycle overall, and just dollar cost average in, take a bit out of your paycheck every week or every 2 weeks when you get paid or every month, and just start building those positions. Um, that is the best way to build a portfolio. If you are interested in opening up a portfolio, you could do so over on Robinhood, and right now they are offering an additional 3% on retirement accounts transfers by April 30th. So you just have really today left to do that. There is a link down below. Plus, they offer 8 times the national savings rate, and they allow you to start building your portfolio with as little as just $1. And you can invest in stocks, options, ETFs, gold, and crypto. So they are one of the most diversified platforms I've ever seen as far as being able to build a portfolio and that is Robinhood. Again, there is a link down below, and thank you. Moving on to Bitcoin and crypto. Well, Bitcoin is kind of struggling to hold on here at 61,000. It is coming back up here just a little bit right now. Um, I'll just remove this 20-day MA right now. It is acting at resistance, but overall, we are just ranging here between the 60,000 and $73,000 level. Um, right now, Bitcoin is starting to look a little weak, but it has shown a little bit of signs of strength over the past couple of days. So maybe if we can get back up above that $67,000 level, well, then maybe we'll move up and retest these all-time highs. Um, but right now, we will have to see if that $60,000 level holds. If not, we may see just a wick below it to fake everyone out before moving higher. Or if we do lose this level, well, our first line of resistance will be that $56,000 level. And if that does not hold, then we'll be probably most likely going back to that $50,000 to $52,000 level as well. We also have the 200-day EMA moving up there as well. And so that will also act as support. We'll just readjust this chart, extend it out here a little bit. But yeah, Bitcoin could see a little more weakness here in the short term. Um, Overall, on the daily, the RSI is still trending downwards a bit, uh, but I do suspect that this will be the final opportunity if you want to get in on Bitcoin or crypto before the real bull run kicks off. Um, we also have Ethereum setting at $3,000 or just above. And so it is acting similar to what Bitcoin is doing here. And we'll have to see how Bitcoin does to determine the crypto markets, but Ethereum looks like it may have put in a bottom in dominance, so we'll have to watch that as well. And we have the total 3 market cap holding this trend line with the 200-day MA coming up. We could see a little bit more weakness here in altcoins if Bitcoin moves down, but overall, long term, still bullish. We also have the crypto Bitcoin ETFs and ETH ETFs just went live in Hong Kong. So this will allow more liquidity to flow into the system. We also know that Australia is looking at adding in ETFs as well. And these markets are starting to do better, particularly with things like metals and commodities and financials doing better. A lot of their economies are based around those things. So if their economies do well and people prosper, well, then they are more likely to continue buying and adding more liquidity into the system. If you're interested in buying gold, silver, or crypto, you can do so with iTrust Capital. They have over 30 crypto offerings, including Ethereum and Solana and many more. Uh, and they allow you to buy in a tax advantage account IRA. So, with these gains, you will be taxed if you do it in an IRA, or you won't be taxed until after you withdraw. Plus, they allow you to buy, sell, and trade 24/7, low cost and no monthly fee. There is a link down below if you're interested. Thank you. And they have 3,000 plus 5-star reviews on Google. All right, guys, excuse me here. That was a mouthful. I should have had a glass of water here to drink with me, but just taking a second. But anyway, yeah. So what will be critical this week for the markets? Well, we need to watch what the Fed says on Wednesday, as well as we have the payroll, non-farm employment change at the end of the week, and earnings. Earnings are going to be critical this week. We've got Amazon, I believe AMD, and a couple other big stocks. Those could really determine which way the markets want to go. So we'll have to keep an eye on all that news. And if you're interested, you can follow me here on X or Twitter at Mind of Financier. I am Mind of Financier on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a great day, and I will be making another video soon, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, guys, be legendary and take care. Have a great day.